So in this video, I'm going to talk you through setting up our CINELUX Blackmagic B4 to RED DSMC2 adapter, so you can use some really cool B4 lenses on your DSMC2 camera. So I'm actually just going to go through all the individual parts of the kit and also the Blackmagic parts you'll need to make this work. So the very first thing you're going to need is a DSMC2 camera. This one comes with a PL mount, so we will have to remove that later on to fit our adapter kit. The next thing you'll need is either a 1.5 times or a 1.1 times Blackmagic B4 adapter. So both of these will come with a shim kit. In that kit, you'll need the 0.5mm shim. So our adapters are built around this shim being there. The reason we've left that space is so if you want to, you can perfectly calibrate your mount to your camera. But by default, you just want the 0.5mm shim. These mounts also come with 5 slightly fiddly 2.5mm screws. I'll see if I can hold that up. So these, you just need 5 of these to mount the Blackmagic adapter to our CINELUX mount. So I'll put these in here. The next thing you'll need is the rectangular CINELUX box. In here is a modified version of our CINELUX body mount and caps kit. So these have been modified so that when you're not using your Blackmagic adapter, you actually have a rear lens cap that has a slight recess to house this optic. The front cap is just for your camera. So if you've taken the mount off and you want to protect your sensor, we have got a front body mount cap. So actually I'll place it out here. And then you've got, also have, if I open this up, 4 knurled thumb screws. There. And then the next box is the square box. So this has all the real core parts of the kit. So if I open this one up, in here you have your Allen key that works with those screws from the Blackmagic kit. You have a tweezer, and that's for removing your light baffle in your DSMC2 camera. Put these down as well. You have 4 more knurled thumb screws. So these are for this mount, which I'll take them out as well. Put that on there. This is your custom B4 mount adapter that actually physically mounts, I'll put it on the back of the lens here, your B4 mount to the DSMC2 camera. So this is the most integral part of your kit. Place that there. In here, you also have a QR code, which is going to link you to this exact video. So that comes just under your mount. Underneath that, I'm going to place it down. You have, if I open this up, this is a completely custom light baffle for your DSMC2 camera. I'll show you exactly how to set this up later on, but this is a tiny stainless steel light baffle, ultra matte, low reflectivity. Yes, but I'll go through that in a bit more detail later on. And it also comes with this custom case as well to keep it protected when you're taking it off the camera. The last few bits, which I'll take out here, so I'll just grab one. So this is a replacement gasket for your original light baffle. We provided these just in case you need them. You want to return your camera back to stock. These are there just so you can do that as well. And then right at the bottom of this case, you have a custom cut magnetic adhesive. So this goes on your OLPF and it actually magnetically sticks to that stainless steel light baffle that I showed you earlier. So those are all the key parts of the kit. And these are all the parts you're going to need to get the Blackmagic B4 adapter working on your DSMC2 camera. So the first thing you're going to want to do is open up your rectangular case. So we'll take out the body mount cap, and you'll want this piece here. The next piece you'll want is your CINELUX B4 adapter. So we'll place that directly on top, and this is just, we're using this simply as a platform to set up. So the next piece you'll want are your 4 knurled thumb screws. So I'll take these out now. Just give this. Okay, so I'm just going to pick this up because it makes it a bit easier to thread them in. These get just thread straight in. So they're pre-cut so they should go in fairly quickly. And then they're held captive as well. So you just do this once and then it's set up just for life. Do that. That's it. So we'll set it up just with the CINELUX facing upwards. And then the next part you're going to want is your shim. So we got the 0.5mm shim, and I'll place that in the mount. So with your shim placed in the mount and your 0.5mm text facing upwards and also placed at the bottom of the mount, you then want to rotate the shim clockwise about 15 degrees. You'll see here, just align it. It's a bit of an odd design, but just align it so each hole you can see clearly through the shim, as that's where the B4 mount screws into the adapter. So if I get the B4 mount, place it on top so your red dot is at the top of the mount. That's it, and you should see everything aligns through perfectly. And if I just get our screws now, place these on top. So then slowly just start to thread them in. Got our long Allen key from the kit. Just do it so they're ever so slightly tight to begin with. And do it in a star pattern. That's the kind of best way to do it. So everything tightens up evenly. But you should just feel it until the Allen key just comes to a complete stop. That'll still go. There we go. Cool. And now what we'll do is just do a tiny tighten up. It could just be like an 1/8 of a turn until it just feels, yeah, that is tight. Again, in a star pattern. So you don't want to over tighten them. They don't need to be insanely tight, but they do just want to be kind of nipped up like that. We'll just do opposite sides. There you go. Tiny, tiny rotations once it's tight. That's it. That's all tightened up. So with your DSMC2 camera, lay it on its back. If you have like the V-lock mount on or any accessories that aren't perfectly flat on the back, just take them off so you have got that flat back. Place it on a table and undo your mount. So if you have an EF mount or a PL mount, just undo that. We've got the custom CINELUX screws on this, so this mount is really quick to undo, but usually you just use a T20 Torx and they come with the cameras from factory. And then, once those are all loose, that's it. Cool. This is our camera, this is our recce camera. So it's a little bit worse for wear, it does a lot of development work, but it will work exactly the same. One part, so the part we'll need to take out on this camera, you have a few different versions. This is why we've included this extra baffle. This has the flat baffle version. So this baffle would have to be removed, but there are some, I think I've got a kind of example here. They come with the oval baffle or the circular one, and this works just straight out of the box. So if you have this type of baffle, it'll work. You don't need to make this extra modification, but lots of cameras do come with this type of baffle. So I'm just going to get our tweezers from the kit. These are the ones. So what you want to do is ever so slightly put that underneath there. So you can just be as careful as possible. Oh, you can see this one's coming up already. So I'm just going to grab ever so slightly and slowly just peel that off. You see this adhesive has come off. That's it. So this is the part we don't need. We can put that to one side, just keep it safe, but it's not needed for this kit now. So now we've taken that out, our B4 mount can actually go onto this camera. So I'm just going to place that on there. And then, this is it, just tighten it up. So again, we've got the quick release screws on there, so it's really nice being able to kind of quickly tighten it up and take it on and off the camera. So that's it. So that is on the camera. I'm going to take off our front cap, flip it over, and that's it. So once this is done, you can now get your B4 lens. This one does need some lens support ideally, but I'll show you how to mount it. What you do, put it on, line this little kind of pin here to the very top of the mount. You'll feel it when it kind of settles. There you go, that's it. And then you rotate this outer ring until it's locked. That's it. So you've got your B4 mount on your camera and you're ready to start shooting. So obviously you're going to want to remove this mount to use your kind of normal PL mount or EF mount lenses, and you can take this mount off really simply, but we have removed that internal flare guard. So with lots of mounts like the Canon EF mount for RED, some versions of the PL mount, they have an internal light baffle, so that extra one we've removed isn't needed. On mounts like this one, for instance, the PL mount, it has no internal light baffle. So we've made a solution which comes with your kit that allows you to retain the light baffle for the mounts when you need it, but also remove it when using B4 lenses. So I'm going to show you how to install that kit now. So we're going to take off our B4 mount, just undo these screws. So what we've got is, I'm going to get out of the kit here. So we've got our custom cut magnetic strip, which is essential for our baffle, as because it's removable, we've made it so it's magnetic, so it kind of sits in there. It is held captive by the mount itself, especially on a mount like this with the foam added to it. It really does hold it solid. But you'll have to add this magnetic sheet to the outside of your baffle to make our baffle removable. So I'm just going to show you how to install it now. We're going to want to remove it from this 3M adhesive. So this is a very kind of sticky adhesive, but it's also quite good because it's repositional. So you can actually make adjustments and also allow it to set, so it's not like a one and done sort of situation. So I'm just going to tilt this camera so my head doesn't get in the shot, but you should still be able to see it. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to start in the top left corner. And as you can see, so we're just going to place this here and just align it so it's perfectly in line. There you go. And again, you can, the good thing about this is it's designed to be repositionable. There we go, that's it. You got it perfectly. Oh yeah, move my head back. You kind of get a feeling for it. You kind of run your finger around a bit. Grab these little things. Yeah. You can use these a bit if you just want to get underneath. Cool. That's it. So it's a tiny bit fiddly, but again, easily doable in under a minute, but just take your time. You don't need to take this off. Once that's on, it's on. And yeah, it's kind of like, even though technically it is removable, you just want to keep it on the camera so it works with our baffle. So you take the baffle, place it on top. You just want to press it in the corners, so make sure it actually does sit. That's it. Nice and easy. So you get a good sense of if this baffle isn't located, but I'll show you now. Show you. Usually don't shake your camera, but because this is our test camera, you can shake it. So it's really in there solid. It's quite a nice, simple design. Just, yeah, that's it. And then when you're using the B4 mount, you can just take it out and put it back into its storage case. So I've got the storage case here. You can see that bit on the back. Locates in here. Place your B4 mount. If you're switching over to, say, your PL mount, which I'll put on the camera now so you can see it. This goes on here. Place it in, and you'll feel like there's a potential this could get slightly out of alignment. So just every time you put it in, just subtly press it and just make sure that's settled. We'll place this mount on top. So you can see that's where it's located on the inside. It literally is just to stop stray light. That's all it does. And really it is only on like the PL mount and things like that. But this way it allows you to use these really incredible B4 lenses, still use all your normal PL and EF mount glass. And when you want to use your B4 mount, you can just really easily pop it out, put your B4 mount glass on, then when you're done with your B4 lenses, place it back in. It couldn't be simpler. The really cool thing about this as well is it actually allows you to use some PL mount lenses that these cameras never could work with originally. Also allows you to use some slightly obscure Leica lenses. So if you have a Leica mount, this modification, usually RED would advise you remove that baffle, but with this, it does allow you to have like best of both worlds. So yeah, thanks for watching this video, and we're really interested to see what you shoot on your B4 lenses.